brought a box full of Albert's chapbooks that are on the table. All the things on the table there are $5 each.
And the money goes to Malvern Books.
And yeah, you just pay for them at the counter. And yeah, money goes to Malvern Books, which thank God for Malvern Books.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like drop of gold in Austin. Such a great place. So it's all winning, getting good books and paying for them and letting. I'm thinking of just keeping it really informal and just anybody who wants to read like one Albert Huffstickler poem, just come up and read one Albert Huffstickler poem. And if somebody doesn't come up, then I'll keep coming up and reading one, or telling somebody to come up and read one, or
Get us started, David.
Yeah.
something like that. Does that sound okay, David?
Yeah, get us started.
All right, I'll get it. So, on the Facebook page for Albert Huffstickler, I found a audio recording I made of him at my house sometime. It's, fairly good quality. And then I put an echo effect on one of his poems at the end of the reading. So that's available. You can just listen to it. It's on SoundCloud, but it's on the Facebook thing. So I'm going to read the one that I put the echo effect on. Dog. I'm telling you, I saw that dog, and that dog was a big dog, and he was going down the alley, and his big old feet went flip, flop, and his big old eyes was shining, and his big old yellow teeth looked just like linoleum knives, and it was dark. And that old dog went shambling down that alley with his big old head hunched into his big old shoulders and his big old feet going flip, flop, and his big old eyes shining, but he wasn't looking at nothing, but his big old black lips drew back from them big old yellow teeth like he was telling you you didn't even want to think about getting in his way, because he wasn't mad and he wasn't quarrelsome and he wasn't evil, but he was just a big old ugly dog, and he was real mean.
Nice.
and it's even better with the echo effect. So I want Larry to read next. Larry Horn.
Yeah, if anybody's familiar with Huff stuff, he has a 1,000 characters that show up interspersed in his chapbooks and stuff. This is Night Diner, published by Anaron Press. And so there's a character here that comes and goes in the chapbook. His name's Valhalla. And so I'll read this one piece here. Valhalla crouched in the small empty church, an old dingy building on a ragged street. He had something he wanted to say. There was a blue lady watching him from a corner. The sagging roof threatened him. He felt at bay. He cleared his throat with a sound like gravel rattling against glass. The silence so heavy it bent your fingers. Candles licked at the walls and the corners and the blue lady's skirts. Valhalla sighed, a sound like the north wind against winter eves. He couldn't remember why he had come here, but now that he was here, he couldn't leave till something released him. He seated himself in a pew and waited deliverance. The lady in the blue regarded him carefully, like a housewife finding an ill-clad stranger at her door. After a while, discomfort drove him off, and relieved, Valhalla walked back out to the city night, predictable, unpromising.
Mark, you got one?
All right, I'll try one. I hate to be a copycat because I brought Night Diner too, but it's such good stuff. And one of the things that I like about Night Diner is it's a little out of Huff's regular style sometimes. And so the subtitle is A Report to Edward Hopper. So I wanted to read the first poem. Night Diner, A Report to Edward Hopper. The streets are the same, and the lone figure hunched over coffee, the sentineled waitress above him. What holds him there? What would he say if he should turn and find us watching him? We shall not know. He is as he is, in place, like the painted figure you gave us long ago. The paint is dried, and he is immobilized, a modern monk in his tiny city cell, his communion a hamburger and coffee, partaken alone. In the name of the Father, absent. The Son fled, and the city streets. Lonely, lonely city streets, repeat, repeat, city streets, slap, slap, all the crap, slap, 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 slap. Condition red, the heart's blood seeping into concrete floors of mammoth mausoleum hives housing stingless bees, desolate, queenless. We have come to this having meditated on the big zero till we became it. Slap, slap, condition red, slap, slap, all the crap. City streets lonely, our epitaph carved in neon. Cry lights, cry time, zigzag shunt of self from mainline pilgrim on crutches. Both legs broken, leaned against billboard, thumb out. Cry lonely, cry streets, city flash. Black light, time, broken free, free and broken. Slap, 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 slap. In the stone womb, the starved fetus waits and whimpers.
It's to our eternal shame that a poem like this is still relevant. Cheap places where you can sit over coffee as long as you want to, as long as you need to, where they might even give you a refill and leave you alone till you get it together and decide where to go next, where people won't stare at you because you're spaced out. Winchell's down the street from the state hospital. Seated on those little yellow chairs, smoking cigarettes, sipping coffee, the inmates and I commune. Some talk, some are silent, some are not here at all. The girl in the blue blouse sits separate, looks off past infinity, a terrible stillness about her. Watching her, I am afraid. All that I set myself to become and became seems nothing. My poetry slides from me and lies strewn on the floor at my feet. It seems that in some terribly final way, I've come home. I sit with the others, awaiting the impulse to move. Evening falls, we sit on, locked in our prayers and our penances, artifacts from another planet.
Wow.
You ever been to that Winchell's?
Yeah, I remember it.